Hello Libra. So, welcome to my weekly Love Tarot channel. I have an announcement to make for those of you that have not been to my channel before. I am on the ocean on an island in the Philippines, so we may hear some noises, dogs, children on the beach, or even motorboats. It's quite quiet today, so it should be fine. Alright, so I'm just tuning into Libra, the collective, and their other. And while I'm doing this, I will explain to you what I'm going to be exploring today. So I'm going to be looking at the feelings and the intentions between you and the other. And I only do readings for people that are in something with someone. So it doesn't necessarily have to be an actual committed relationship. It can be, you know, you're interested in someone, they're interested in you, but it's not happening at the moment, and there's some kind of energetic tension. So I do explore that as well, but I don't do readings for singles. Okay, so sorry, there are mosquitoes, so you may see me swatting mosquitoes from time to time. So yes, so feelings and intentions between you and the other in the past, the present, and the future. We'll take a look at the unifying energies between both of you, as well as the best way to proceed forward based on what comes up in the cards. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is pick the cards, and just bear with me. And a lot of cards in reverse. Oh well. Okay. Alright, so on the right hand side I put the feelings, and the feelings have to do with our innermost, more private, raw realms of emotions that we don't necessarily show the other, but it shows what's really going on inside. And then on the left hand side I pick the intentions, and the intentions have to do more with the head, with the ego, with the fears, and how it is that we respond to the situation with the other despite what our innermost feelings are. And often they aren't in sync because, you know, the fears and the ego get in the way. So what are the unifying energies between Libra and the other? Unifying energies between Libra and the other. 3 cards. Okay. Alright, so I can see that, so basically the overall theme of the reading is the Temperance card, and it's talking about balance. So you are Libra, and Libra is all about balance and harmony. So possibly something may be out of balance here. I can see with the unifying energies that even though the Knight of Cups is coming up and there is a love here and there's a desire for the connection, there is some kind of discontentment or apathy or possibly even boredom in the relationship. And it might have to do with you two not seeing each other clearly, or not able to see what is going on for the other person. Okay. Alright, so let's pick 3 cards. These are the Lenormand Cards, and we've got Scythe. Oh, these both wanted to come out. We've got the Bear, and we've got the Fox and the Snake. So that could be sexual deception. The snake generally has to do with sexuality, and the fox has to do with deception. The bear is about power, possibly a powerful woman. Often the bear can refer to a powerful woman. And scythe has to do with cutting. Something is being cut. Yeah, something around sexual deception and cutting, the power struggle, possibly either with a person or the power struggle in the situation. And I can see that in the past there was some kind of struggle. I can see for you, you have the Ace of Swords in reverse, so you're not able to shift your perception of the situation in your intentions. And so what it's doing is it's not allowing the love to be there. It's not allowing the love to flow. They're also not entirely focused on the relationship. I almost feel as if they're somewhere else. The Two of Wands card is coming up, so it could indicate that they're here, they're in the relationship, but their energy is focused somewhere else. So possibly even being overseas or in another country, or focused on someone else. Okay, and so as a result of this, there's a stuckness in how it is that you behaving towards each other, and the relationship, the love between the two of you is not flowing. I see that, so the Magician card in your feelings in the past is coming up for you, and it's talking about also again a feeling of stuckness, like unable to, just unclear about what it is that you want and how to move forward with it, unable to manifest your desires because you're not sure of what your desires are, you're not seeing the bigger picture. I do also have the Projection card coming up, so possibly what's happening is you're making the other person responsible for whatever it is in you that you're feeling uncomfortable about. I've also got the Laziness card coming up, and the Laziness card can mean that it's so much easier to make it about them, to scapegoat somebody else, as opposed to taking responsibility and being accountable for what's coming up in us. That could be one example. It could also refer to, this could relate to the other person and what they're doing. Because I see for them in their feelings towards you, they do feel a sweetness for you, even though I don't get the feeling that they're fully present. So because of this, there in the past, there's some kind of defense almost, like you're both taking a stand against each other. It's almost like a stubbornness, possibly even a rebelliousness. And so in the present moment, there's anxiety within the connection. And for them, they're going through some kind of death. So this could show that for them, the relationship is over. Or it could show that they're going through a really big transformation. They could be ending the relationship. And for you, you're coming up as the King of Swords. So Swords is air sign. It rules Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. So, which is your sign? So you're taking control of the situation mentally and your actions. But there's a lot of anxiety because we have the anxiety card. So possibly there may be an element of detachment that's happened on your part around the situation. If it's not detachment, you're attempting to understand and process what is going on. And you know, again, the balance card comes up here. So for you, it's always about trying to come back to that place of balance and trying to quieten the mind in order to find that balance. So in your feelings for the other, I can see that you really I can see that they feel love for you. The Nine of Cups is coming up. They feel happiness around you. But for you, you're discerning the situation at the moment. You're reviewing what has happened and trying to decide how it is that you want to move forward. And so what's happened is there's a little bit of impulsiveness that's playing out in the connection right now. So even though in the actions and what you're showing in the connection, there is anxiety, possibly because something has taken space or ended or is going through a really big transformation, the feelings between the two of you are impulsive, and there's a desire to almost like, I think for them it's about expressing how they feel about you, and for you, you're in a place more of inaction or possibly even defense. Okay. So in the future, I see conflict coming from you, and I see them entering into, they've gone into a place of shutdown. They're not necessarily receiving the conflict. And then what's interesting is this is in the relationship. So for both of you, you're wanting the relationship right now. You're in the relationship, but there is still conflict that's coming up, which can be a good thing because it means that whatever has been boiling up is being expressed. And for them, they still in, you know, protecting themselves, and they're still unclear about how to proceed forward, even though you're both fully in the relationship. The relationship is on. I see in your feelings you're really wanting this connection in the future, because the Hierophant card comes up, and the Hierophant talks about wanting to build a life with this person. For them, how they feel about you is the High Priestess, and they're also waiting to see what happens. They've gone more into a place of softening and surrender and just allowing. It feels like their feelings have become more feminine, more receptive. And so as a result of this, whatever the shift is that happened, the Empress card is coming up, which shows that there's a place of contentment that is reached, and you're able to return back to the sensuality. So despite the inner themes that are going on for both of you in the future, this feels promising, because we have the Marriage card and we have the Empress card. And so Libra and the other. And so yes, so there's some kind of harmony that can be reached despite the conflict that's there. I want to read the card that I've picked. It says, juggling between two lovers, a clash between two opposing desires for people with contradicting personalities. Eventually the right decision will be made. Be loyal to your authentic self and ignore what other people are saying. So there is a possibility that a lot of this tension could have to do with the fact that there's another person in the equation. If there is, for some of you, the cards are suggesting that you listen to what feels right for you. If it doesn't feel right, then don't proceed. But my advice always is to try and open up and see what can be explored, see whatever is being triggered, what it's trying to teach you or show you about yourself. So I want to see how is this relationship going to proceed forward based on the cards that are coming up, based on the Empress and the Four of Wands. What are 3 cards, please? How is this relationship going to proceed? Where is it leading from here? 3 cards, please. Okay. So we have the Tower card coming up, and it talks about a huge change that's coming. So obviously you're both in this relationship now and in the future, and you're, as a result of this Tower card coming up, I feel like there's a shift that happens, and that there's something that you can walk away from, something emotional from the past that you've been holding on to, that this Tower card is able to shake up and transform for you. Because I see there's a new awareness that comes through for you that brings new clarity. So I do feel like you will go through a period of retreat, and I feel like something will complete within the connection. And I've got two men coming up here. I've got a King of Pentacles and I have a King of Wands. So there is going to be some kind of a loss. So King of Pentacles is Earth sign, so it's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. King of Wands is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. So either there are 2 people, as this card mentioned, juggling between 2 lovers. Either it is you that has 2, is in a triangle, or it is them that is in a triangle. But either way, there is going to be a loss, there is going to be a period of retreat, and there is going to be a breakthrough. And that's all the information that I can give for now. But this Tower card is really important because it talks about the awakening or the shift that happens for you, and it allows you to complete something within yourself and walk away from something, whether it's the relationship or an outdated way of being within yourself. And some new wisdom and information will be coming through. So what is the best way for Libra to proceed forward? What is the best way for Libra to proceed forward? Okay. So yeah, taking control of, yeah, definitely time out is needed. Some alone time. The Hermit card is coming up. There's a new beginnings that is going to happen, that is needing to happen. There is a letting go that's needing to happen for you. But what the card is suggesting here is there's a lot of wish-fulfilled thinking or fantasies that are happening for you emotionally. And there's a maturity that needs to happen for you around that. So, you know, this could be your ideas of how love should look. It could be your fantasies around what you want from love, or through your emotions. And the cards are asking you to become realistic about this and to take control of wherever it is that you are deluding yourself around your emotions and your expectations or your fantasies. And yeah, the Rebel card coming up in the Usher card is asking for you to get rebellious with this situation, and to allow buttons to be pushed and allow whatever your frustrations or emotions are with the situation to come out. You know, it's I feel, especially because we have the Emperor card here, it's asking you not to be complacent or small, but to get loud and to get vocal and express what you're feeling, in order to start releasing that and letting it out. Okay, so I hope that shed light on the situation, and if you're still here watching and you enjoyed my content, I'd like to ask please that you support me by liking and subscribing to my channel, and feel free to leave your comments. I'm always interested to hear. Thank you. Bye for now.